there have obviously been so many labels in our culture that have contributed to our culture and to the sound of music. Obviously, the sound is contemporary and often changing, but the same question I'll ask you is what I'll ask the audience watching. Do you feel as if Cash Money is the greatest hip-hop label of all time? When you think about the impact that they've had, is there a label that you feel has a bigger impact?
Well, for me, being from down south, of course, it's mine.
Right, I knew you.
I mean, we grew up on Cash Money, No Limit. You know, those were our two groups that really put the stamp down for hip hop in Louisiana and down south. So, you know, it relates back to me being, you know, growing up in this era and being out there in the streets and seeing them hustle from the beginning and really, you know, putting on for us. So, of course, my answer is yes, you know, to that.
My
Nyla,
answer
what
is
you
yes,
think?
too, yeah.
You think so?
I mean, it's Lil Wayne, it's Drake, it's Nicki Minaj. They're three of the largest in the last 20 years. Kind of undeniable.
Right.
But I would follow up with, like, Rockefeller.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you look even to the impact to like now, I mean, it's hard for something to have an impact for that long of a period of time. I think we talk about Drake, Nicki, Wayne, so on and so forth, being able to maintain certain levels of their career and what's the word I'm looking for? Relevancy over multiple different decades, you know? And I think that's just a testament to like the label, and I don't think that there's anybody else who can really come close to that, especially having the big three like them.
But
you know?
that's right now.
And we still not even we still didn't even again give the nod to Juvie, because before Wayne, Juvie was definitely the star. He was the one that everybody looked up to, the one that everybody wanted to be. And when everybody left the label, when BG was gone, and Turk was gone, and Juvie was gone, you know, not a lot of people would have bet the house on Wayne because he was young. He was, and Wayne turned it out. So, yeah, the generational thing is definitely. I think Cash Money from a number standpoint, like you definitely got to give it up to. The only other label I would maybe put in the conversation with them, and I don't know if it counts the same, right? But like Def Jam just being the iconic label that it was, and you know, I'm a little older, so just how hip hop started in the 80s and Def Jam, even though, you know, has fallen on some rough times of late.
When you say Def Jam, is it like Jay-Z Def Jam or before
I'm talking
Jay-Z
about all the
Jam?
Def Jam. Like if you think about the breadth of Def Jam, but maybe that doesn't count because like Cash Money, you know, when we talk about here on this list, we're talking about Bad Boy, Death Row, Cash Money. These were all maybe like artist-run labels, where Def Jam was maybe more of a traditional label. So it depends on how you categorize it, but like what Def Jam means to the culture is big. But you know, if somebody said like I can't argue, like oh y'all say Cash Money, like you'll be stupid to sit here and argue it. You know what I'm saying? Like because the numbers speak for itself, the impact speak for itself.
But at the end of the day, they all have impacted the culture of hip hop. You know, and that's what's important, that we represent all of them, and we all gonna have our favorites, and people gonna have their favorites, but you know, everybody did their thing.
Yeah,
facts.